everybody. Happy Tuesday. How is everyone doing? I hope that you guys really enjoyed your Easter and your celebration of Easter and time with family, hopefully, and just time reflecting on the good news and what Jesus did for us. We're on day 2 of Chosen. Remind yourself of the gospel every day. And today, the author talked about a story about a man named Mr. Bai. Hopefully, if you haven't downloaded the Bible app, make sure to do that and check this study out so we could do it together. Today, I'm going to use eyeliner and do a little wing today. And my tip for today would be do the wing first. So if you mess it up, you can use a Q-tip or a makeup wipe remover and restart. And then we'll do the rest of the face. So I'll be right back. And we're back. So I ended up doing a little bit of a baby wing because I'm not, as I've told y'all before, I'm not an expert. But hopefully with practice, I can get a little bit better with the eyeliner. I love the look of it. And that eyeliner is great. So anyways, like I said, the author talked about the story of Mr. Bai. So go ahead and read that. I thought it was a great story. It's really good to have perspective of different areas of the world, like China, where things are very different than what we're used to in America when it comes to God and the gospel and things of that nature. I've already done my sunscreen off camera, so we're gonna go ahead and go with our Tower 28 usual stuff. So in my notes, I wrote, so in his story, he talks about how he heard God's voice while he was in prison. Has there ever been a time in your life where you heard God's audible voice, or just maybe he put a thought or a feeling in your mind? So for me, this Easter, we had an amazing service at our church that we go to. The pastor talked about Jonah, which was interesting because usually that's not a message you hear on Easter Sunday, but I really enjoyed the parallels he was drawing with Jesus and Jonah. But anyways, there was a powerful moment at the end where he was praying over us and just asking God to speak to us. And, my husband and I do not have a perfect marriage. I haven't met anybody that has a perfect marriage. So, there's a lot of times I struggle internally with him, and I just feel like, are we meant to be, and can we work this out? Anyways, so in that moment, I was just totally in tune with the Holy Spirit and praying, and I heard God say, you guys are going to be okay. And I don't know what it was. There was just this wash of peace over me, and I was like, we're going to be okay no matter what. And it was just this reassurance, I needed that voice in that moment of God to speak to me, you guys are going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to make it, because I don't know, for me, that's the worry, right? I mean, the divorce rate is so high in America. It's so hard not to be a little self-conscious about marriage in general, and a little bit negative. Even my own parents can be a little bit negative about marriage, or even my in-laws. There was just this mentality in my mother-in-law and my mom's age of you don't need a man. You need to support yourself. You need to make sure you have your own money, you have your own income, you have your own job, so that if and when he leaves you, you can take care of yourself, right? And so my mom and my mother-in-law still kind of carry that to me. They're like, well, there's nothing wrong with separate bank accounts, and you should, make sure that you can take care of yourself. And it's just this preparing for failure, right? And granted, my mom has been married for 36 years this year. So, and my mother-in-law, they separated recently. But I just think that in marriage, it's easy to be self-conscious in the way society teaches us. Instead of saying, for me, I have to tell myself, even if the worst thing happens and we separate for some reason, or even if he passes away, I know that God will take care of me and the kids and we'll be okay. I have my degree, I haven't been working. I've been staying home. I am currently looking for a job, but that's just so my husband could be home more so he doesn't have to work as much. I've really been blessed to be able to be with the kids, and I've really enjoyed this time with them. My cat's on my computer. I have my computer down here. But yeah, so it's just was so refreshing and life-changing to hear God in that moment say, you guys are going to be okay. Don't worry, So for that Mr. Bye person, he had a moment in prison where he, said to God, listen, if you help me, I will completely believe in you, right? And not even help and get me out of jail, but help me to believe, help me to forgive, whatever, all those things. And then he felt that, and he gave his life to Christ while he was in prison, and he did great things. He did orphanages in China, and it's just a great story, so definitely read that. My next note was, the author was speaking about prisons in your mind, like it's the human condition to have anxieties and to hold ourselves back even mentally. Even if nothing physically is stopping us from something, mentally we could be stopping ourselves with the prisons in our mind. And I was going to ask y'all, do you have anything that you feel like is holding you back in your mind, like an anxiety or maybe a self-consciousness, or that is holding you back from doing something or pursuing something for God? Yeah, it's just completely part of the human condition. I agree with that. And he compared the prisons to like chains around our necks. And he said, this will only change if something drastic happens, which I agree. Sometimes we have to hit rock bottom to really change. Or you get fed up. You get fed up with the way that your flesh wants to handle things, right? We're going super pink today. Just feeling the spring mood. There's just something about a nice pink blush. But he's right. Something drastic has to happen. And he's saying the gospel is the most drastic of measures that can free us from our prisons and our chains. I like the point where he said, the most important sermon you will hear is the one you preach to your own heart daily. Are you finding ways to be reminded of the gospel daily, of what God did for you and what Jesus has done and how much God loves you? And great ways to do that is reading the Bible, listening to sermons, things of that nature, right? Just to have that daily reminder. So it's basically, he's saying it's a lifestyle. So if you're living in the gospel every day, if you're reminding yourself of the gospel every day and not throwing it to the back burner and letting your day, just the stress of the day take over your mind, then you will be free. And I also like at the end how he said, you have a bright future in Jesus Christ. And I think we all definitely need that reminder that it is through Jesus that our future is bright. Doesn't mean our future is going to be easy and comfortable. It just means that our home is not here, right? Our home is in heaven. And so when things go wrong in this world, it's okay. Because this is not our home. We are aliens here. There is hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, which is so inspiring. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's a rookie mistake. Sorry, y'all. It's embarrassing. I think when you have that eyeliner and you put mascara on, it really makes it look better. Let me clean that up. I'll be right back. If you're wondering, I took a makeup wipe to fix that, and then you can go over with your sponge, or you put some extra product there to kind of help fix that. So then the verse that he chose is Hebrews chapter 2, verse 1. which says, "We must pay the most careful attention, therefore, to what we have heard, so that we do not drift away." It is so easy to drift away. For me, I'm trying to fix my eyebrow. For me, even when I was in college and things like that, I wasn't in the biblical lifestyle, so it was easy for me to just drift and drift and drift and drift until there was a whole ocean between God and I, it felt like. But now that I've rededicated my life to Christ and have focused on Him, I might drift a little bit, I might stumble a little bit, but I go, the time to get back to Him is much quicker. So that's definitely a plus. But I like the point that he made, and that he brought this verse in particular, that we have to pay careful attention, not just attention, careful attention, right? So yeah, let me finish with the CoverGirl. I just got this, the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Balm with hyaluronic acid in the shade I Cherish You. It's really nice, just easy. You know what I love? It doesn't have a scent, which, if any of y'all know, scents can irritate your lips and make them red. So it's just nice to have something neutral. And I've been really enjoying it. It's moisturizing and it's easy to just throw on. I kind of want to get another color like pink, although this color is very pretty. But you know, it's a little intense, but it's nice to have a lip balm like this. Anyways, what are y'all's thoughts? Do you agree with what he says about, you know, keeping the gospel at the forefront of our minds every day? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and join the community. So here's the finished look. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I just want to finish with this one verse as my outro. It's Numbers 6, chapter 6, verses 24 through 26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye.